Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to a quick bonus video on forgotten weapons. Today, we're going to take a quick look at the HK MP7. There's been a lot of hype around the MP7, and I think a lot of people are discounting the fact that there are in fact other guns that meet this same sort of form factor of personal defense weapon. Very compact, very lightweight, very accessible, or very easily carryable. And one of those is the B&T MP9. So here we have an MP7 and an MP9, and I figured let's go through a couple of the basic criteria comparing them. So first off, length. Obviously we have suppressors on these. The suppressors are actually about the same length. If we take the suppressors off, however, the MP7, fully collapsed like this, is 16.3 inches long. The MP9 is 11.6 inches long, substantially shorter. If we look at weight, the MP7 is 4.2 pounds, again, without the suppressor. Without the suppressor, the MP9 weighs in at 3.1 pounds, or 25% less than the MP7, while at the same time delivering a significantly more impressive terminal ballistic effect. So the MP9 is in 9mm, all of the various different types of 9mm available, cheap, readily accessible, everything from ultralight, hollow point ammunition, super fast ammunition. There are various types of armor-piercing 9mm out there available to law enforcement and government organizations, as well as, of course, heavy subsonic loads, very good, well-proven expanding hollow point loads, etc. A tremendous amount of ammunition. With the MP7, you're chambered for 4.6mm, which has a much reduced selection of ammunition that is also harder to get and much more expensive. It does specialize in penetrating soft body armor, but has serious terminal ballistic effects after it goes through that armor. And of course, on the civilian market, there's no armor-piercing ammunition available at all. If we look at general availability, of course, the MP7 is readily available to military and law enforcement customers, but HK has chosen not to release a semi-auto SP7 to the market, where the MP9 is readily available in semi-auto form for individual buyers as the TP9, with exactly the same configuration, less the vertical front grip, unless you want to get it registered as an SBR. For, of course, law enforcement and military clients, this is available just as readily, actually probably more readily, from B&T than the MP7 is from HK. Did overlook magazine capacity. We do have the availability of 40-round magazines in the MP7. If they work, you have 20s, 25s, and 30s available for the MP9. Recoil performance is actually about the same. The MP7, having shot it, gives surprisingly more recoil than one would expect for the 4.7mm cartridge. The MP7 is basically about the same feel, despite being a much heavier 9mm parabellum projectile. So I think people are really overlooking some of the other alternative options to the MP7. The MP7 shows up in a lot of video games. It's got the sexy Instagram hype, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's actually the best choice. There are other things out there that are definitely worth taking a look at.